What's up, fight fans? Greetings from the Wrestleverse.
All right, man. Yeah, it's your boy T-John and Billy here.
That's right.
And you know how we do it, man. In an ever-evolving landscape of sanctioned and unsanctioned fight leagues, wrestling promotions, underground fight clubs, and narrative correctors, the Wrestleverse continues to become ever more connected with each passing second.
It's so true. Nearly all the doors are open. Fighters finally have the freedom to express themselves with less management and a much broader audience.
Yeah, man. And if a promoter has a watchable weekly fight card that can be easily found on TV and or online, then we, the Wrestleverse, are watching, especially since it's WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah. So I don't know about you, fight fans, but let's get into it. It's time for your Wrestleverse top 10.
So yeah, man, just like you just said, it's finally time. It's WrestleMania weekend, the busiest time of the year. So me and you were actually talking about it. We're already going through it, and it's only been a few hours. And holy crap, bro.
Yeah.
It's been so much to cover. But dude, I'm having a blast.
It really is. It's a fun job, but it's still a job. We're here for you, fight fans. We're going to keep you in the loop and let you know everything that's going on minute by minute as it's happening on Twitter. And then stay tuned for our top 10s and we'll keep you in the loop. So we're doing it at 7 p.m. and 11 a.m. every single day to make sure you guys are in the loop.
Yep, because there's going to be so much to cover. So bear with us. I promise we're not trying to miss anything. So don't give us too much crap, man. We're over here trying. We're getting everything we can.
Yeah.
But, all right, man, let's get right into number 10. So I know you guys kind of talked about it. You and Lady J were kind of talking about it in the morning, but it's just getting worse and worse. Seth Rollins is trolling fans all on Twitter all day long, man.
He gotta love it, man. The architect is the architect of trolling.
Man,
he doesn't want anybody to know. I don't even know if he knows. I think he's just playing us all.
We all know. I'm not gonna play this game with anybody. If it's not Cody, then we riot. That's where everybody's at right now. But they have to do something. So he's literally putting out any name that he possibly can, just throwing people out there. I even think he put The Rock out. I don't even remember. I just know he was putting out as many names as possible, a lot of AEW names that we know aren't going to happen. But, man, look, if it's not Cody Rhodes, I'm going to have a problem. And I feel like 99.999% of fans can agree with me there.
Yeah, I think Veer would be a pretty cool one. I'd be happy with that. That'd be pretty neat. But yeah, Cody, it kind of needs to happen. Otherwise, WWE is just going to piss off so many wrestling fans.
I agree. It's too much hype now. They should have shut it down before, and they didn't. So they messed up. And unfortunately, now you got to deal with it. You have to make this happen. You better throw him as much money as you possibly can. Marco Stunt. That was the name I was trying to tell you.
That's right. Yep.
He had Marco Stunt on there, and people were going crazy.
Seth Rollins threw out Marco Stunt.
Yeah, you better not have Marco Stunt. No, absolutely not. So yeah,
man.
it's gonna be Cody Rhodes or bust at this point.
Yeah, I would think that's worse than McMahon.
Yeah,
you know?
I would rather have Shane, and it's pretty much confirmed now that Shane McMahon will be at WrestleMania. So it better not be him either, but I would much rather that than Marco Stunt. Like, that's ridiculous.
For real, how are they going to work Shane McMahon in there? But
I don't want to know. I don't even want to think about it, man. I'm too stressed out to even go there. That would be ridiculous.
We're not going to send that out into the universe.
Yeah,
right?
We're not feel like Vinnie Mac would take full advantage of that and be like, what if? You know, like, no, I don't need that. I don't even need that in the wavelengths because you never know with him.
Yeah,
but yeah, man.
Fair enough.
You ready for number 9?
Let's do it. Number 9, man.
Let's do it. All right, so this one is more of just like an honor thing. So the No Remorse Corps get their first tag team match together in over a decade, and they win the match. Super cool, man. Like, I didn't know who they were, but I did read that Roderick Strong was actually a part of this group, which made my ears perk up. And the fact that they haven't been together like seen together as a tag team in like I think they said 12 years or something like that. Since 14 years, because 2008 I think was the last time that they were together. Ridiculously long time, and they put on a hell of a
reunion.
show. Yeah, very nice reunion match, and I mean, it wasn't no smash match. It was a very close match the whole way, and it was super entertaining. So yeah, definitely fun. I would advise people to go back and watch the Cemetery Gates one for sure. But I don't want to get too far into that because that's actually number 7, a little sneak peek because I want to get into all of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say which promotion was this, but if that was
Cemetery, it was Glory Pro. But
okay.
We'll definitely get into it. But keep this one in mind. But let's move right on to number 8.
Number 8.
So next up, man, who's in the hat? It's Bryan Keith. So we all saw the headlines. This is Bryan Keith's very first match in Glory Pro. It was his debut, and he was fighting Mike Outlaw for the title. He ended up losing, and it was kind of an ass whooping. I hate to say it. I feel like I'm the only one that's going to say it and be honest, but Mike Outlaw was dominating. He was dominating that match. Yeah, there were pops for Bryan Keith, but that was all because the audience loved him. I mean, he's a Texan, you know, so like he's getting all the love. So I think that they really kept the fight going. But in all honesty, this was Mike Outlaw's match from the jump. And even after, like, you see him shaking, like he stuck his hand out, and Bryan Keith actually smacked it away. So everybody was like, oh, and then he tipped his hat and then shook his hand and walked out. Got some real big honors and big standing ovation. So yeah, I don't think that this is the last you'll see of Bryan Keith, but yeah, super awesome to see.
Yeah, definitely not. And that's cool to see the hometown guy still get a ton of love, go out there, fight his heart out, and still give some respect to his opponent.
Yeah. Big star, especially in the underground Wrestleverse. If you don't know him, you better start watching him. He's super fun to watch, especially like some old matches. Get into it. But
yeah, he's on my radar.
Yeah. Go to number 7.
Yeah. Here it is.
So like I said, man, I got to give credit and props to Glory Pro Wrestling for, you know, they were the first event to kick off this weekend, starting at 11 a.m., bro. That is a task. And they really did their thing. This was an impressive event, especially given their time slot. Ridiculous. It was very ridiculous, but we got some bloodshed early. I actually tweeted about it. Got some bloodshed right before noon. You know, it was crazy. Very great matches all around. I didn't have a problem with any of them. The fighters were a little groggy. Looked like they just got out of their hotel rooms in the very first fight. But after that, man, it was on and popping all throughout. Everybody else got coffee and catering. You know, like they were actually able to like get some energy in them. I felt bad for that first match. They were kind of doomed to fail, but they really didn't do that bad. I know I'm kind of shitting on them, but it really was not that bad, bro. It was actually really fun. And all the other matches were bangers. I had a really good time watching it, and I definitely advise anybody who didn't catch it, go ahead and watch it when you have a chance. I know that there's like 5,000 shows happening right now, so if you're not going to see it yet, just go back. Just go back and watch it.
Yeah.
It's definitely...
You got to put in some time. So who's your standout wrestler?
Huh?
Who would you say was the standout wrestler?
Standout wrestler? Oh, man, we're going to get into that, but I'll give you my preview for number 4 right now. Josh Alexander and Warhorse stood out. Absolutely fantastic match. Best match of the night, but we're going to get into that. I have a bunch, though. There was a lot of standout wrestlers. Allie Katch was in there. Shoot, man.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
That brings us right into the next one.
Yeah. Let's get right into it.
Segue, man. Number 6. Let's get into it.
Number 6. Yeah, man. Allie Katch. Allie Katch. So just to preface this match that she had was against, I can't even remember her name, but she was a really good opponent. I know it starts with an L. It's like Liana or something. Can't remember, but this was a no DQ match, submission only, no rope breaks, super crazy, like no holds barred, basically anything goes, but the only way to win is tapping out.
Yeah. So I saw this picture that you tweeted out. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter.
Yeah.
Look at this. She's bending both the legs over the middle rope and then setting back hard enough to poop on her back, man. Look at that. She's just like wrenching back as hard as she can.
There was nothing that she could do at this point. It was over.
Wow.
Like, so at first, the other woman was really winning this match. Like, she had her in so many submission holds. I think they call it the STF, which is basically like a crossface. She had her in like 4 of them. And each time Allie Katch took advantage of the fact that there was no rules. So she would like eye gouge, throw the ref on her. Like, she was doing everything that she was supposed to, with it being a no DQ match. Unfortunately, I think old girl forgot what kind of match it was, because when she got put in that Boston Crab, it was in the middle of the ring. She ends up crawling all the way to the ropes, grabs it, and Allie Katch actually let go. And I almost threw my computer, because I was like, what kind of bullshit is this? Like, you're not supposed to let go. I was so angry. Not even going to lie to you. I was actually upset. But her name is Laney Luck. There we go. Laney Luck. I'm sorry, Laney, because this was a good match. So Allie lets go of Laney and then jumps over the ropes and puts her back in the Boston Crab. She just jumped off so she can pull her legs over and further tweak her back. It was ridiculous. Oh, my God.
That is great such a mean hold, man.
Yeah.
My God. I could definitely see why it's made it to the top 10. That is just brutal.
Yeah, this was a big, big moment, and I have to give it its flowers. This was a very, very impactful moment. Shouts out to Allie Katch for another not dominant, but great performance. And shout out to Laney as well for putting up a great fight, because she was, like I said, winning that match before this moment. But, I don't want to limit too much, because now we got to go on to number 5.
Number 5.
So, yeah, man, this is going to be a blood sport one. Giving some more shout out to the women. So, Billy, you want to take it over?
Yeah. So we had Marina Shafar. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Please don't I'm terrible at pronouncing names. Versus Zeta Zhang. And this is an awesome one, because Marina is a local. As you know, well, most of you fight fans were here or from here in Florida, Orlando, and so is she. So it's great to see a Florida girl take the win. She won by submission, but wow, did she do great. She was really showing us how strong she was. Some great just jiu-jitsu work and MMA work all the way around. Now, Zane got a couple good moves in. She hit a nice suplex here and there, but yeah, just not enough. And apparently these two have had some beef since WWE. I don't know. Have you seen Zeta in WWE?
Actually, no, I must have missed it. That must have been when I was on my hiatus from watching.
Yeah, same, man.
I did see somebody tweet out Jade Cargill after this match, talking about like how much has she trained with Marina Shafir to be doing these moves with, like, because it was very Jade Cargill-esque, some of these moves. Gotta agree with Twitter.
And she's made a couple of appearances on AEW. I think anytime AEW's in Daly Stadium, she shows up, whether it's a dark event or a Dynamite event. She pretty much shows up. But this was it was a good match. Not the best one out of the entire episode of Bloodsport, but still, we gotta give a shout out to our Florida girl. She got the win. Much love. Keep it going.
Early NJPW clap. Early NJPW clap for you, man. Definitely.
Good for you, girl.
Yeah. But all right, let's move right on to number 4.
This is your big one.
Yeah, now let's get into the best match of the Glory Pro Cemetery Gates event. Dude, this match was bonkers. Josh Alexander versus Warhorse. Amazing. Amazing all around. So me and Tommy Mack were actually texting on the side before this match. And he was like, dude, like if it wasn't a wrestling match, Josh Alexander would absolutely like squash Warhorse. And I was like, yeah, probably. Like, because we actually saw Josh Alexander at that NJPW event that we saw in Tampa. And as soon as I saw him, I was like, oh, Jesus, yeah, this is a wrap. But, dude, Warhorse put on a great match. It was amazing, dude. Like, he actually stuck around. And I've never known a wrestling promotion to have time limits, but I understand it because it's WrestleMania, right? So they're gonna have time limits. So they would like announce, hey, there's like 3 minutes left in the match. They literally went overtime because of Warhorse. He just refused to give up, refused to be pinned, refused to tap out. Like you see him holding the ropes. This was with a minute left in the match. Supposedly a minute left in the match. They're still going, bro. Like he literally drove Josh Alexander to the brink. He had to earn this win, and there was definitely respect all around for Warhorse after this performance. It was not a squash match by any means. He had some great pops, but I mean, dude, it's Josh Alexander.
He's a specimen. I mean, he is just like a statue. Yeah, he is just a freak of nature, man.
That's good
to hear. You know, I've seen Warhorse before in the past. He definitely has a lot of talent. Good to hear he stood up and really put on a show against Alexander, because that's not an easy opponent to try to wrestle with.
It was the event of the night. I'm gonna say that. I mean, not event of the night, fight of the night for that promotion. Very, very great performance. It overshadowed for sure the Bryan Keith and Mike Outlaw fight. I thought that was actually kind of lackadaisical, especially from that. No, that Josh Alexander and Warhorse one was a monster. That one was fantastic, bro. So yeah, watch that one. If you don't watch any other fight for Glory Pro Wrestling, Cemetery Gates, watch that one. That one was amazing.
See, fight fans, you heard it here.
Yeah, man. So this number 3, we're gonna get into number 3 right now. Let's do it.
Yeah. This is huge.
I can't
Lady
believe
J
I didn't see
was
this live.
on it.
I saw the tweet and I almost jumped out of my seat, bro. I couldn't believe it. I almost dropped my baby girl. You can't just throw that on Twitter like that, man. This is insane. Ninja Mack unmasks himself before his match.
Wow. And God, he looks great. Lady J, she was like smitten. She's like, oh, he's so handsome. He should have taken it off sooner.
I didn't expect Ninja Mack to look like that. I'll say that for sure. Was not
right. You would think that. Like guys on radio and guys that wear a mask probably just butt ugly, right? Nah.
Yeah.
But he did good. This was a great match, though, man. He really took the Bloodsport name and made it that. This was a really cool match. There's a couple times where he was getting worked, but man, he finished it with a big suplex and then a 540 kick, just knocking this dude. Biff was out cold. He got knocked the bug out, like done. You heard the clap. There was no like thigh slap. There was no ring stomp. No, he connected and knocked that dude out.
I'm gonna be honest, Ninja Mack, that's on par for my boy Ninja Mack, man.
Wow.
And I'm kind of sad because I'm hearing he's going to NJPW. I don't know if like that's a permanent thing and he's gonna like be gone in Japan and won't be back. And maybe that's why he unmasked, to give like us like one more, before he goes. But man, he has been a ton of fun to watch.
Yeah.
So man.
So we're probably gonna get some really cool matches if he does go New Japan.
Oh, we will.
But it's just it's much harder to try to watch New Japan. They're getting better, don't get me wrong, but it's just it's a little bit tougher to try to watch and keep up with.
Yeah, no, for sure. I just I hope that we see him some more, because selfishly, man, he has been so fun to watch. If you haven't seen him fight, I strongly advise you to go watch some of them, because those are ridiculous.
He is so athletic. Apparently he's done like Circus Olay.
Yeah.
And oh gosh, it's not breakdancing, it's another style of dancing like that that's similar. But so you can see it when he fights too. The way he floats around and the way he just moves. Yeah. What?
Yeah. Capoeira? That what he
That's what it was. Yeah, background. It's similar. It is a fighting technique, but it's like similar to that. And you see it. I mean, in a lot of his technique and the way he moves around, he floats so nice. That 540 kick was epic.
Yeah, he's super agile. Like, ton of fun to watch, man. So shouts out to Ninja Mack. If it wasn't for these last two, he would have definitely made number one just off of the strength that he unmasked himself. But unfortunately, man, there were some bangers of some matches in Bloodsport, and they take number 2 and number 1. So without further ado, let's get to number 2.
Yeah.
All right, Billy.
Yeah.
Take it away, man, for our number 2.
This I misspoke. So Ninja Mack did not fight Biff. I did misspoke. I looked over the notes and messed it up a little bit. So it was Jon Moxley versus Biff. And wow, this was an insane match. It was so cool because there's a couple times where you really got to see Moxley using some of Bryan Danielson's moves. Like at one point, he was holding both the arms and doing like the stomp. He did just a lot of little throwbacks, kind of giving homage to Bryan Danielson, his new partner. And this match was insane. Big head.
Talk about blood sport.
Yeah, it was a blood sport, man. He opened Biff's face up and he was leaking everywhere. I don't know if that man is on blood thinners or, he was taking a few shots of whiskey before he came out or what, but there was just blood everywhere, man. He was all over the place. And his final little bow of defiance, he was there on his knees, bloody and beaten, and just threw up the big double middle finger to Moxley. And he just bolts towards him with this big running knee and cleaned his clock. He was out. Done. And there was the same knee. He just hurt his hamstring over in AEW the other night. Yeah, so he's out there. But this was last night, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's back next day throwing an ass whooping to Biff.
It's WrestleMania, man. This is the time. It does WrestleMania weekend is where you put everything on the line. It's the most traffic you're gonna get probably. So yeah I don't blame it. But man, what a match.
It was a great match. There was even at one point Biff used the bulldog chokehold on Moxley, which that's like his signature finisher. Yeah. He's finished a bunch of matches. I was like, what is going on? Moxley's using Bryan Danielson's moves. Biff is putting the bulldog choke on Moxley. But still, guys, that was a great match. Definitely check that one out. It earned its name, Bloodsport, man. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, man. Wow. You're probably wondering, well, no, you can't be wondering. If you saw Bloodsport, you have to know what number 1 is. You have to. So let's get right into it, man.
Oh, my God.
Numero uno.
What an upset, man.
Yeah. Talk about an upset. Like,
yeah.
Dude.
Chris Dickerson shocks the world and beats Suzuki
to a pulp.
Can you believe it, man?
Dude, what a rampage my guy went on.
Yeah. There was a few times, Murder Grandpa was just like, he was laying it down, man. He was hitting some mean chops. There was sweat flying off of Chris all over the place. Like that first row was in the splash section. I mean, those chops were hitting so hard, sweat was flying off all over the place. And, I got to say, there was a couple times I feel like Suzuki really kind of dropped the ball and didn't respect Chris Dickerson. He showed up and whooped that man's ass. Oh, my gosh. Like this is the scene. This is the finisher. So I think he hit like a gut wrench or just a very light German suplex and then just starts raining elbows down, hitting the jaw, hitting the temple. He kind of goes limp there for a second. The ref pushes him off. Shortly after, Suzuki wakes up and he is pissed at the ref. Like, why did you call that? I've been beaten harder than that. That's not okay. And he just almost head down and went backstage. No double arm raise, no victory. No, he was pissed and he was sore.
I'm sure he was sore. He was out. I don't care what he says. That man was out.
He was limp. He went limp, man. You could saw like his just head was bobbling. Like every time the elbow hit, it was just like this. Just like,
there's plenty of guys who wake up and don't realize that they were out. No, you were one of those guys. Gotta tell you, bro. I'm sorry, Minoru Suzuki, you lost it, but I'm pretty sure they will meet again because this one it was a banger. This one was awesome, but just the fact of how shocking that one was, just for it to be like, for it to end how it did. Is just like it left me speechless, and I think that left the Wrestleverse speechless.
I would have never guessed in 100 years that Suzuki would be knocked out. I mean, the guy is just he's just like a brick. He's built different, man. He is a freak of nature, man. The way he works and how long he's been doing it. I mean, granted, maybe it's finally catching up to him, but it doesn't show when he fights. You know, like he's still out there. You don't see him slowing down. And I mean, the crowd was just as upset. They were booing. They were booing Chris. And he's back after a big injury. He hasn't been wrestling for a while. So this was his big like debut coming back. And he got on the mic after Suzuki went backstage. He goes, "You mother want to boo me?
Yeah.
After I just whooped that man's ass?" Like,
I saw that too.
Off, man.
I loved it. I loved every second of that too. I was like, "Go off, my boy.
Get him."
I don't care what nobody says. If you beat somebody's ass like that, that is a win. Fuck the crowd. Fuck whatever anybody has to say. You can't take away that win. That
for real,
was
man.
A dub. No, no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
I don't care where you're from, anywhere in the world, where you wrestle here, wrestle there. You're in this ring. These are my three letters. GCW, and this is my ring. And he owned it. Wow.
Yeah, man.
He looked great. That was a good
absolutely match. Excellent event. And that was a great way to top off our top 10. I loved it, man. This is a great format, and we actually get to kind of talk about everything going on in the Wrestleverse, which is awesome. Lady J is actually right now covering AAA, and right on my feed, I got a notification. People are loving the match that just happened with Microman, and he actually won his match. Who would have thought?
Microman? Yeah.
Microman
I saw a little clip. He hit that nice 619.
Yeah. Dude, he hit this nice hurricane running too. Dude, he's whooping Yo's ass. I don't know what's going on. So after this, man, definitely tune in to AAA or catch Lady J covering it on our Twitter. Take it to the ring on all platforms. Check us out, man. And, before we bid adieu, though, let's give our top 10, our signature NJPW clap. Round of applause.
That's right. And NJP, you better be looking out for Chris Dickerson, man.
Oh, yeah.
He put your man to sleep.
Yeah, man. But this has been your Wrestleverse Top 10. If we missed anything, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments, man. Like, share, and subscribe to Take It to the Ring. And for more recap videos, check out the WrestleCap link below. And, that's it for now. Check us out all day, every day, just like Billy said, man. 11 a.m., 7 p.m. like clockwork. We'll be on to give you guys your top 10 facts and a little bit extra every now and then, just because we like to talk shit every now and then. Yeah.
Yep. Until next time, it's Billy here.
And T-John.
Stop believing.
Keep it real.